By William Q. HarmonThis is not the first time President Weah has been linked to fraudulent acts in the football world. A report that has exposed Mr. Kwesi Nyantakyi, the president of the Ghana Football Association, and has caused his dismissal or resignation, also revealed he had traveled with President George Manneh Weah when Weah was seeking financial help to run his campaign. President George Manneh Weah's name surfaced when GFA President Kwesi Nyantakyi was filmed by Ghanaian journalist Harmonthis, whose private investigation company, Tiger Eye Pie, also filmed scores of football stakeholders taking bribes. Harmonthis' documentary, entitled "When Greed and Corruption Become the Norm," showed more than 100 football officials, most of them West African referees, receiving cash gifts, despite FIFA's rules expressly forbidding it. According to Joy FM of Accra, Ghana, Mr. Weah met with the undercover journalist who posed as an investor to fund Weah's 2017 presidential campaign in Liberia. Joy quoted veteran Ghanaian journalist Keku Bako, who served as a panelist on the station's prime program Newsfile, saying that then Liberian presidential candidate George Weah was part of the trip the Ghana FA chief, Nyantakyi, organized to meet the investors now known to be fake. Veteran Ghanaian journalist Keku Bako, photo credit, Ghana News Online, GH. Close sources have revealed that Kwesi Nyantakyi was asked to bear the cost of plane tickets to Dubai. Together with others, he went to Dubai thrice and traveled on business class. Mr. Bako, who was speaking on behalf of Harmonthis, said, "In the first instance, he traveled with George Weah and others. He was taking Weah to meet the investors, who had promised they would fund his election campaign," he said. Bako, who is the editor-in-chief of the New Crusading Guide newspaper, also said that Harmonthis team members met with Weah, Nyantakyi, and others before they flew to Dubai. They were there for 3 days, but they could not meet the sheikh. In that trip, Nyantakyi paid for the cost of airfares and their hotel accommodation, an amount that summed to $40,000. In the second visit, Nyantakyi paid for his own business-class air ticket and finally met the fake sheikh. The investors had told him it would be refunded when he finally met them in Dubai. He was given $40,000 when the two met in a hotel room where a secret camera recording the interactions, during which Kwesi Nyantakyi told the investor they could own the country if they were to provide $8 million to the president and the VP of Ghana. Bako quoted Harmonthis' report. This is not the first time President Weah has been linked to fraudulent acts in the football world. Documents obtained by the Sunday Times of London in 2014 from FIFA threw the world governing body into chaos, and also indicted the soccer icon. The newspaper claims that Qatari Mohammed bin Hammam, the former FIFA vice president, used slush funds from 10 private company accounts to make dozens of payments in return for votes. Hammam was reported to have utilized a systematic campaign to win support for Qatar 2022 in Africa to the tune of more than $5 million from slush funds. One of those that were targeted to influence across the globe was Mr. Weah, which leaked document revealed was given $50,000. I write because after meeting with the President bin Hammam, he told me to pass on my contact and bank details information to you urgently. An email communication from George Weah to bin Hammam's assistant, Najib Chirakal, said. Speaking on the issue, Weah said bin Hammam was a father figure and he had interacted with him before. The Sunday Times newspaper of London also unleashed a string of email correspondence between Weah, his longtime friend and current Information Minister Len Eugene Nagbe, and Mohammed bin Hammam's assistant, which revealed that the Ballon d'Or winner requested $50,000 in exchange for their support toward Qatar's bid to host the 2022 World Cup. Bin Hammam was banned by FIFA in 2012 for life for violating its code of ethics with alleged conflicts of interest during his time as Asian Football Confederation president and as a member of the FIFA Executive Committee. Liberia FA president at the time and CAF Executive Committee member, Musability, doubt that the allegations against his Ghanaian colleague are true. Who himself has been overwhelmed by corruption allegations, noted that Nyantakyi will be exonerated of the fraudulent charges leveled against him. Bility said his colleague is a man of integrity and will survive the charges. Kwesi Nyantakyi is a good man. His credibility and integrity are undoubted and everyone at CAF is very confident he will come out clean, Beach FM, a Ghanaian station quoted Bility as saying. I'm not surprised with the current situation Kwesi Nyantakyi finds himself in his country. This is because allegations of bribery and corruption against Football Association presidents as well as their involvement in governmental manipulations are gradually becoming normal practices in Africa. Many people believe football administrators are corrupt, but that's not the case. Nyantakyi shouldn't be defined by this current predicament alone, since we believe he will be free soon. He has a lot of good to still offer African football, he added. A day after Bility's interview, the Ghanaian government found substantial evidence to charge the 49-year-old Nyantakyi with defrauding under false pretenses, on orders of Ghana President Akufo-Addo. Among those caught on camera was Kenyan referee Adil Range Marwa, who was bound for the World Cup in Russia until he resigned after he was filmed receiving a $600 gift. He denies any wrongdoing. Authors William Q. Harmon.